La 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 la. Hey, this is a song for my haters. Yeah, you got me feeling like the greatest.
Throw, dropping the pass in trouble. He gets the pass away over the middle, and it's picked off at the 20-yard line. Dansby makes the interception.
Welcome back. You're now tuned in to another episode of Press Coverage Podcast. Of course, you know I am your host, E. Dansby. I got a special guest sitting in with us, a former welterweight phenom right here from the city of Augusta. It's no other than the chosen one himself. It's Justin DeLoach. What's up, bro?
What's going on, family? How you doing?
Hey, man, Jip, from me to you, definitely just want to appreciate you, man, coming out, sitting with us, man, sharing your story. Everybody got one, and yours is amazing, man, so I definitely want to get it out there, man. But before we dive into your story, Jip, we got a mega fight coming up next month, man.
Right.
Earl, Spence, Terrance, Crawford, guys you come up in the ranks with. These guys were getting ready to get it, finally getting ready to get it on, man. So this is what's your thoughts on the fight, man, and who you think will come out with a victory?
Oh, man, my thoughts on the fight. First of all, it's going to be great for boxing, for one. I think, of course, you know, I'm pulling for Earl, you know what I mean? I just feel like, you know, his resume is a little deeper. You know what I'm saying? A couple of his guys he fought, you know, he's battle-tested, you know what I'm saying, with Terrance Crawford. You know, he got some, when you get in the ring, you always battle-tested, but we know, I feel like the opposition that Earl was fighting is just, it's amazing. You know, he the only guy in the division that, you know, everybody with a belt, he went and took. He didn't get it on a one clean sweep. He walked every guy down, took his belt. So, of course, I'm going with Earl. I got you, man. Like you said, Earl, a guy, you know, that you know, come up in the ranks with, man, so you would definitely be rooting for him. But, you know, Earl Spence, he comes in at 28-0, man, 22 knockouts. Terrance Crawford comes in 39-0, a little older than Earl, 39-0, 30 knockouts. So, you know, however it goes, man, it's going to be a hell of a fight. Hell of a fight.
You know,
the fans win.
Yeah, July, I think it was July 29th.
Yep,
we're going to be in for a show on July 29th. So, you know, man, diving right into your story, Jip. We're in Augusta, man. In this city, it's dominated by the sport of basketball and football.
Right.
But some type of way, you chose the path of boxing. Many of us don't do that. So just tell us about, man, what got you on that path?
Oh, man, just growing up in the little neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying? Just growing up in rough neighborhoods, fighting, running around, you know what I mean? Not nothing serious, but just fighting. I always into something, man. My mom was actually dating this guy, and he was like, well, you need to be put up in boxing. So my mom signed me up for boxing. You know what I mean? Not only, like, when I got into boxing, I realized it just was in me, you know what I'm saying? Didn't even know, like, my dad loved boxing, you know what I'm saying? So I guess it was just something that was already in me.
Gotcha. I feel you, bro. You know, being here from Augusta, you know, we hear a lot about Augusta Boxing Club. I mean, that's the good place to go and sign up with. And you got legends that come from the Boxing Club. Like we talked a little earlier before we started the show. You got your Paul Williams, your Deontay Whitfield. We know about the late, great Vernon Forrest, what he was able to do and accomplish some great things. So, you know, you come right behind them guys, man, you done it as well, man. So, you know, at some point, man, you get into boxing. You starting out, you're here in Augusta. You know, you decide to take your I guess, boxing game to the next level for as an amateur rank. You know, you participate in stuff like the Golden Gloves, the Silver Gloves, Georgia Games, all these tournaments that get you the exposure to be able to put your skills on the next level, man. So just tell us about coming up in the amateur ranks.
Oh, man, first of all, coming up in the amateurs it was amazing, man. I just remember, you know, back in the day, you know, I was just something great from the city, you know what I'm saying? We was just, Augusta was just looking for something to latch on to, and you know, I just want to give a special shout out to Tommy Riders. You know, a lot of times people don't understand who Tommy Riders is. He founded the boxing club, you know what I'm saying? And he was one of the guys who brought that to the city, you know what I'm saying? It was the first boxing club in the city, and he the one who had the Puncho Carters, the Vernon Forrests, the Deontay Whitfields, you know what I'm saying? And now the Justin DeLoach dog. And you know, he brought us that exposure. So coming up out of the amateur games, you know, for them to put us in on that market and just get a chance to get experience and then get exposure was just, it was amazing, you know what I'm saying? And I was actually good. I was really good.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
With that, you know, just winning, getting exposure, joining the teams and stuff, getting able to meet. So all these guys in the fight game, we grew up together.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we all was on the same team, Region 3, East Coast, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, travel together, rooms. Yeah, man. So, and it's kind of crazy just seeing all of us, you know, pro, you know what I mean? So it was amazing.
Yeah, it got to be amazing. Like you said, a lot of those guys you coming with in the amateurs, those are your champs today. When you talk about Earl Spence, you know, Terrance Crawford, who's a little older, but you around in the midst with these same guys as you coming up. You was coming up in the amateur ranks, and you fight nearly 120 fights in the amateur rank. National, you know, a national fighting record of 41-5 in the amateur. You know what I'm saying? Just spectacular. You had all those, you know, fights up under your belt, you know what I mean? That's a lot of fights to get. Even as as an amateur, you talking about back in the day when you're looking at your Tysons and all those guys fighting 60, 70 fights, professional fights, and it's not even talking about what they fought
Amateurs.
In the amateurs, you know,
right.
pretty sure they fought a whole lot, man. So at some point at 18, man, you decide, you know, to go pro with this thing, man.
Right.
You had a lot of fights up under your belt, like we talked a little earlier, man. You know, didn't make the Olympics. You'll tell me a little bit about that, but you know, what made you decide to go pro?
Oh man, family, brothers. I knew I had it in me. You know what I'm saying? But it got to the point where like graduation was approaching. And I was like, man, I was smart in school, you know what I mean? But it wasn't for me. I was like, man, I don't really like school, you know what I'm saying? You know, but I'm gonna graduate, you know what I'm saying? So it was getting to the crunch time, and I'll never forget, like right before I graduated, I did an application for the fire department.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right before I graduated, I said, man, I'm gonna have something, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, we from Augusta, man, and so it's like, and that's why I tell kids all the time, you gotta really dream and see it, you know. And I was like, man, like I want to box though. I want to box, you know what I mean? So right then, when I did the application, I'll never forget it. My older brother passed, and I ran outside and I was crying. I was just like, bro, I'm gonna box. I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna make this happen. So the next week, my guidance counselor, she called me in the office and she was like, you ain't did no college applications. You ain't trying to take your SAT, ACT. Like, she said, what you gonna do? I said, I'm gonna box.
Yeah, you got a different plan.
She said, all right, you know what I mean? She was so mad at me, you know, because I was smart, and every day she see me, she apologized to me. She was like, this is my baby. He told me he was going to do it, and he do it, because that was my plan A, and I was going to stick to it. That's it. So, fast forward, man, I was getting to the point where I was trying to figure out how I was going to do it, so I ended up hooking up with one of my first sponsors. He owns FPL, the cow plant. Okay, and he was like, man, whatever it take for you to go pro, you know, I got your back, you know what I'm saying? He was mainly talking about finances, you know what I mean?
Shout out to that.
So, I went to Tom, and Tom was like, man, let's take him to Ronnie Shields. Ronnie Shields is a legendary trainer. That's who got the Charlos, and that's how I ended up in Houston. Okay. So they flew me to Houston to see Ronnie, and once Ronnie seen me, he was like, I love this kid. I love him. Like, he got it. I want him. Like, I want to train him. I want to be a part of his career. Gotcha. He remind me so much of Vernon, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he called Al, and Al was like, hey, I already know who he is. I want him. Let's sign him. I'm going to sign him with the class, you know, the Olympic class. Gotcha. You know what I mean? So, and the funny thing is, me and Jamal, we got signed together, Jamal Charlo. Yes. We got signed together. We both signed with Al, like, during the same week, and we got our signing bonuses. Yeah. And he was like, yo, Jip, man, you going to be in Houston. Like, bro, let's take our money and get an apartment. Yeah. I was like, let's go. You living the life, you know what I'm saying? Fresh out of school. So that's what I did, man, and it was actually set up as a success, like, because I had got my signing bonus, and now me and Jamal together, you know what I'm saying? Right. We in Houston. And not only that, like Francois he was paying me just to box, so I ain't have to do nothing else, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's a beautiful story, you know what I'm saying? You get paid to work on your craft. Just get paid to work on my craft, man. And then, you know, but being young, you don't realize it. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of things that I didn't realize I had. Right. You know what I mean? So yeah, but that was how I ended up going pro, man. You know, it flew me out to Houston. Ronnie seen me. Ronnie called Al co-signed. I already knew what was up. They signed me right then. So I chose my career over, you know, going to the fire department in school. And I tell people all the time, man, with being a professional, from one professional athlete to another, you always got to bet on yourself. Right. Because, you know, it's not meant for somebody to see your vision. God didn't give it to them to see. Right. He gave it to you to see. So they may not see it as bleak as it may look, as long distance out there as it may look. If you're on the path to do something, you got to believe in yourself first before anybody else can believe in you. So shout out to you for that, but just believing in yourself, man. And just taking that lonely road by yourself, because it ain't many guys that want to come here and want to box, you know what I'm saying? Because just because you want to box something, you're going to be successful. Yeah, right. You know, you were just that, man. But you missing Al Heyman, man. You know, many people don't really know that. You know, you signed with Al, but Vernon Forrest right here from Augusta was the first guy to sign with Al Heyman. So you kind of follow right in the steps of Vernon, man. And me, back in the day, were really like thinking like, man, you know how people be like, man, people leave the city and forget about it, man. I know Vernon planted that Al Heyman seed. You know what I'm saying? That was a seed Vernon planted. You know what I'm saying? He left that for me. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna just be honest with you, man. When you get talking about that level of fighting, you know, it's a lot of great boxers out here, but it's three of us that was signed with Al and that was competing on that level. You know what I'm saying? That's me, Paul, and Vernon. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that was a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Us three guys was with Al. So I kind of had some favor going into my pro career because of Vernon. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of guys don't talk to Al, and I talk to Al daily. You know what I mean? And Al told me, like, I'll make you a champion. Just stay focused. And, you know what I mean? He said this out his own mouth. Augusta got a spot in my heart. You know what I mean? Because of Vernon, you know, he made a lot of money with Vernon, and he made Vernon a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't think people realize how smart Vernon was, man. When I tell you that man did the right things with his bread and with Al, and he understood the business. That's why I tell you, if Vernon was here,
that business, man.
if Vernon was here, my career would have been so different. You know what I'm saying?
Because you would have had somebody to mold you and show you the way.
And he wasn't selfish at all. Gotcha. Hey, I got him. I can hear him now. Hey, Al, I got him.
Yeah,
I got him. You know what I'm saying?
And he gonna show you the way because you know Vernon Forrest was a hell of a fighter. You know, even before he beat Shane Mosley in that fight, he was already a hell of a fighter. Man, so when he went into that fight with Shane Mosley, even though he was the underdog, he was still a top dog because you look at his, you just look at everything he had accomplished and his track record and his resume that he built. But Vernon Forrest is definitely a champion. You know, like I said, Al Heyman goes and get him first. You follow right in his, footsteps, man. So shout out to that. So you're no longer an amateur now. You're out in Houston, man. You're getting trained by Ronnie Shields. Your first fight comes up, first professional fight. Now that is for real. Just tell us about a little bit about the preparation for that first fight and the build up.
It was just different, you know what I'm saying? Converting over from amateurs to pro, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy because you're fighting 4 rounds, but it's still fast paced, but you're still pro. You know what I'm saying? So learning, like, you know what I mean? You gotta understand, like, that's an even number. You know what I'm saying? Like, and in boxing, it's like 12 rounds, okay, boom, I gotta win 3, or you know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, you can't even slip up, you can't get a knockdown, you gotta be on it. It's a game of test. It's a game of test, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta fight at a fast pace. My first fight, man, I'll never forget this, man. I fought at Orange County. I don't know, I was in California, and I was fighting on being with Al, we fight on the big stage. So it was a Showtime card. I was on the prelims. So I'm fighting, and I'm looking at this guy. It was his debut too, and I'm like, man, you know, boxing is a business, so you thinking like, okay, cool, I'm gonna get my feet wet. They're gonna give me somebody, you know what I'm saying, that I can beat. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get to you clean. Like, man, I got in there, and I started looking at his bounce. I was like, hold on.
And that's how you know guys can fight, because of that bounce.
Oh, this guy can fight. That exactly, bounce, man. I'm looking at like,
being in DC, we kind of learned a little bit about boxing. And you know a guy can fight by the way his bounce is. If he ain't got no bounce, you be like, nah, he can't fight.
Man, I was looking at that boy bounce. I said, hey, man, that guy can fight. You know what I'm saying? I can fight too, but first fight, man. So first, ding, 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 he come out. Boom. Oh, 10-ounce gloves, no headgear. Caught me, rocked me, boom. Just dug deep, you know what I'm saying? Ended up getting a knockout. And that's when Al knew he had something special. You know what I'm saying? That's when, if you look back on with Sam Watson, it's my first interview with Sam Watson. And he talking about me. He was like, y'all want to know the future, you know what I'm saying? Because I was badass then, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, man, this guy ain't fight. He saying in the interview, he ain't fighting no scrub.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? And
happy to. We're gonna talk about that.
Knowing, like you say, from the next 10 years of my career, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like straight dogs.
Ain't
you know what I'm saying?
Ain't duck nobody. Like I said, we're gonna get in there. But going back to that first fight, anytime any athlete on any first stage, like me, being in that first preseason game, finally being there in the fire, in the journey, in New Orleans, that it wasn't really pressure on me because I was always ready because it was playing football. I had been doing this so long, so I wasn't really worrying about the pressure, but just that all that hitting you, man. I finally made it. I'm finally a pro. So what it's gonna be like now? So this side of you, bro, for just embracing that. Embracing that and then running with it and making the best of it, getting a knockout in your first fight. And a lot of times when you're fighting and you're from the East Coast, and that guy probably was from maybe on the West Coast.
Fans,
so he probably had all the fans on his side.
And they was betting against me because they was telling Sam like, "Oh, our guy gonna knock y'all guy out."
There'd be a lot of shit
you know what I'm saying?
Like, fights,
but that was for real because this guy actually can fight, and it was like, "Why y'all made this his first fight?" Like, y'all, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. Like, this is my first fight, and this guy really liked that too. You know what I'm saying?
But just having that Augusta in you, that dog mentality, or whatever sport that we do, having that dogs.
We dogs.
And you go there, man, perform well, and you go 1-0. So you go 10-0, man, throughout your first 10 fights, man. 17-1 in your first 18 fights. And you, like you said, you ducking nobody. You fight, you beating guys like a Dylan Cook, or Junior Castello, Christopher Pearson, Dominique Dalton, all respectable fighters, man, within the welterweight division. So, what was it like this, handling all that success at such a young age?
Oh, man.
Because they're coming at you fast. And I understand it because, being in that NFL, young, 23, 24, 25 years old, money.
Yeah, man, fast. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm going to get it to you raw and uncut, man. You asked me how I didn't handle it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's when the losses started coming. You feel what I'm saying? Not knowing, like I tell people all the time, man, me and my dad had real conversations. And I told my dad, I said, man, I think I got to the point where I started acting like a kid that didn't have shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And not in sense of, trying to live lavish, but just not knowing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was trying to be married. I was boxing. I'm making money. You know
so
what I'm
many
saying?
different things on your plate
so
as a
many
young man.
different, but at the end of the day, you gotta train.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta be in that gym.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You gotta do what got you here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think I didn't learn how to balance it out. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's the thing that, you know, sometimes, man, it's always good to have an OG, man, somebody around you. Like I tell people all the time, you know, to get a little deeper in my story, it's just like, man, you at this table. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The guys that helped mold me all dead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when it was time, we prepared a feast, a meal. And when it was time to eat, they gone.
Yeah.
So it's just me at the table. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't have that, hey, boy, come here. No, we ain't doing that. Hey, no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just me having to figure it out. And a lot of my life was like that. You know what I'm saying? So you convert that over to my career, it reflects.
Yeah,
that shows.
definitely.
And I know, and I'll say this for the podcast because, you know, me, you were chopping it up. And I was like, man, you know, boxing is an individual sport in the ring. But on the outside life, you need a team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel like I went kind of bad at because I didn't have a solid team.
Solid team around
you know what I'm saying?
You're only as good as the people around you. In any sport.
And you know what I'm saying? You gotta understand that's why you got the Tanks and that's why you got the Zips. Tank been with Coach Calvin since a kid. You know what I'm saying? In that case, it would have been me and Rayante. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But in some kind of way, Rayante didn't convert over to being the OG that he should have been for me. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And I ain't ashamed to tell my story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
man,
that's just
not
that.
at all. That's why we're here.
And that's the thing about it, man. At some point, you got to say, hey, I got an investment. This kid's the future.
Yeah.
Calvin knew that.
You got to know when to say it's
You know what I'm
over with.
saying? These other coaches know that. They know when it's time for me to get out of the way.
Yeah.
It's these kids. You know what I'm
The
saying?
kids' time now,
and that's why I feel like, man, when you know you got $1 million investment or something, man, you got to say, hey, look, it's fine for me to get out of the way. Let me do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's all about giving back, bro.
And that's why I tell people, you get a microscope and you really look at my story, everything can tell itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why Justin didn't have the gym that he started with behind him in his career?
Yeah.
I was a kid, bro. I was 18 years old when I went pro. You feel me?
A kid for sure.
I just graduated high school. You know what I'm saying? I only boxed and went to school. I didn't have any time to do no error or no harm to an adult. You feel me? It's even one thing, you envious, or your intentions ain't pure. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you
Who
see that with a lot of
knows?
success.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes people may envy you for so many different things that we don't even know, and I can speak on that, man.
Right.
You know, you when you come back to the city you're from, and you've been gone for you in Houston.
Right.
Like you said, your gym is back here.
Right.
You know, I went off to play ball in college. You know, 2 different schools. And you come back after getting to a pinnacle in life, and you think those behind you or that you left here that helped you would be happy for you. And you come back, you know, whether it's to your school or wherever it be, community.
Right.
Man, they ain't like not even showing me love because I don't even want you to show me love because I'm so humble with it. Like, man, it's all the blessings of God. But you looking like, man, why are they behind me like that?
Exactly.
Like, why I gotta be something envious? You know?
Hey, man, that's why I tell people all the time, man, with my career, man, I say, man, with the cards I was dealt, I wasn't even supposed to be in the race.
Yeah.
I wasn't even supposed to be here.
They go 19-6 with everything you explained to me.
Exactly,
That's
man.
stellar, bro.
He ain't supposed to be there. You get what I'm saying? With the cards I was dealt, but I made it work. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no knock to nobody. And I just want to put that out there. It's just my story. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I ain't complaining because my career was great. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, I always look at what I could have done different as me taking accountability and the people that was around me. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is.
Like you say, it is what it is.
Right.
Like you said, you just had sometimes it's good for us as athletes to have that good support system. But nevertheless, you didn't have the support system. Boxing is an individual sport.
Exactly.
You took it on your shoulders. So now when I hear the name The Chosen One, I see why I see it sticks. You know, I see the meaning behind it. It's just not a name. I see the team is gone, and now it's just me. And I'm standing in the gap for all this. And like I never, you know, crown myself the chosen one, but I always felt like that, you know, being here, man, you know, my family coming down here from D.C., they down in the high-speed chase. Uncles and aunts that supported me because, you know, I grew up, you know, Kissing Road, Essen McIntyre, that Josie, you know, all that Sunset Villa era, being in that area and having those pillar of people around me. And then when I get to the pinnacle to where I'm at, finally getting a shot at the NFL, those people are not even here.
Yeah, so you already know how that go.
So I can definitely relate to you when you because you got to step in that gap for you not only fighting for you, but you fighting for all those that help you get to this point.
Exactly, man. So, because, you know, and the thing is, the thing that me and you both can agree on because we've been through when we make it there. Because we made it.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, now I'm here. Like,
now wasn't it? Now wasn't it?
What's next?
I'm here. now let me show that I belong here.
Exactly. So
man, this helped me get to a point, all the sacrifices and stuff.
Exactly.
But
Even
a lot to deal with.
even at the top of my career, I still feel like the underdog. How? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm fighting these guys and I'm beating them.
17-1. These guys, some of these guys I'm naming,
you know what I'm saying?
when you're going down the list, these guys were undefeated.
Undefeated, right. And that's what I'm happy that you did that, man. And I tell people all the time, man, it's just time to get talked about, man. Like, I didn't take no easy route. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I say, like, dang, even when I was at the top of my career, I still felt like I wasn't worthy of being there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, dang, like, this ain't enough. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And it was definitely enough because we see, and we're going to talk about that here in a little second. And, you know, we see boxing today.
Right.
And you know, back in the, the 70s, when you got your Frazier's, Muhammad Ali, your George Foreman. You get into your 80s, with, your Mike Tyson's, and then your 90s, your 90s and stuff like that. But those guys were willing to put their record on the line.
Right. Now
these guys are really not willing to put their record on the line like you did.
Yeah,
and we making blame Floyd for that.
Yeah,
we don't know what it is, but we know boxing definitely has changed. We'll get into that. But just like any great champion, man, you have a 19-6 overall record.
Right.
Some of the greats have lost. Muhammad Ali has taken loss. Joe Frazier have taken a loss. George Foreman. Mike Tyson. Buster Douglas knocks him out. Whoever would have thought that, right? But some of our greatest champs have taken losses. And you've taken a few losses yourself. But just the losses that you take, they're not really losses. They're just lessons. How did that make you a better fighter? How did that make you a better
first
man?
Thing, life. I'm gonna say life first. In life, it taught me something valuable. Getting knocked out or getting beat in a combative sports, one-on-one sports, it's embarrassing. Taught me how to deal with embarrassment. Once I learned how to deal with embarrassment, I became so dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Second of all, man, just learning like this is what I signed up for.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? I'm even. If you look at my last post from my last fight when I just fought and I didn't get the win, I realized like my losses are still my dream.
You
get what I'm saying?
Because I seen that post. When I'm looking at it, my man taking the pictures, being in a fight, he kind of rough it up and everything. But he's sitting here smiling like, hey man, I done this for my family. I'm here. Was it 19-5 now? I'm 19-6, but I'm a warrior. And I'm winning these battle scars proudly.
Man,
I said, when he come back, that's definitely a guy I got to sit down with because it's an individual sport. Putting it on his back, win or lose, because he had so many wins. And as you start to get towards the end of your career, you're a little older. These fighters are a little younger.
Focused,
you're a father now. You're in business now. And they're the only thing they have to do is fight every day. You have to do more than that.
Man, the last guy I just fought, he was a young guy. He said, man, I'm you now. He told me that. He said, man, I appreciate you for giving me this opportunity. He was
the Marshall kid.
Yeah. Great guy, man. We tied it up after the fight, man. And he was just like, man, I told him, I say, hey, stay focused, stay in the gym. I told him everything that I went wrong in my career. You feel me?
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? You got to realize that, like, and that's what people got to realize. You got to know when it's, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? Because look at that picture. I love this picture to me because it's like a dream. That's like a dream to me. You know what I'm saying? You see the lights, you see the cameras flashing. You feel what I'm saying? Them fans, you know what I'm saying? That's a TV fight. And I realized that even in my losses, like, dang, like, I'm living my dream even when I'm defeated in the sport. You know what I'm saying? Because when I got out of that ring, I still got that check.
That's it. You're going to get paid regardless.
I still was I'm still me. I'm still Justin. I'm still signing autographs. I'm still taking pictures. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dang, this is a dream come true.
It's a dream.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, oh, man, it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But I learned how to accept it. You know what I'm saying? Accept it, you know what I'm saying?
Losses,
and understand, like, hey, man, there's people out there, you in sports, especially in your position, because y'all is technical, too. And it's all about skill. Somebody might get the first step. You know what I'm saying? That matters.
God beats you out the line.
Out the line, you know what I'm saying?
And it's it, man. My first college start, I started from a freshman all the way to a senior. First college start, man, guy, just miscommunication. Go for 100 on me. I ain't give up a 3 touchdown my whole college career. But the first one started off bad, but I was able to, hey man, don't worry about it. Playing defensive back, short-term memory. I knew coming in, I'm a starter on the Division I level. I know I got this any number one play. We're gonna keep on playing. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, when we talk about the battles, it is not even lost in this the lessons, but it's about just being in the battle.
In the battle, right?
It's about just being in the fire. What counts to make you a better man, to make you a better athlete, make you a better competitor. Being in those battles, learning those lessons. Taking wins, taking losses. You got to learn how to do it, man. You got to learn how to do it. So we talked earlier about, you talked about getting your money, the business side. we see what Floyd, and I can say it started with Floyd, but we can see, you know, how when Floyd, you know, when he boxed and he got out of the game, and now he's setting up his own fights and being his own promoter. So now you're knocking out the guys like a Don King. You're knocking all those promoters out the way.
Definitely,
But from a guy that's, you know, experienced it firsthand, do you think for what the guys like Floyd doing? And I say when I say guys like Floyd, you know, you're not there. They're kind of ducking the competition. They ain't done what you done. I'm not saying Floyd didn't do it, but we see a lot of fighters behind Floyd not doing it. Earl Spence getting ready to fight Terrance Crawford. We've been wanting to see that. They're finally fighting now, but they got these big elaborate records, but they could have put them records to the test 5-6 years ago. Because we know Earl was in a wreck. Terrance was a little older. So that I'm not saying that it still won't be a great fight. It still is going to be a great fight. But it would have been even a better fight because of both of these guys were in the extreme prime. Now you kind of got a guy that's, you know, coming off a wreck, but he's still a good boxer. Terrance Crawford's still at the peak of his game, but you can say he's on the back end of his prime. So, you know, with this pay-per-view money and just, you know, all the money aspect in boxing now, with everything being about a cash pay, I think it's great for the sport of boxing.
I mean, for the fighter, I mean, it sets you up for a better living. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you got to take it with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? If you get to that level, you start making the money, it work for you. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
If you're not to that level, it work against you. You get what I'm saying? So it's like it really sucks, man. For me, I'm like I say, I'm coming from, I'm that bridge, like how we the babies of technology, and we the babies of, you know what I'm saying? We seen texting and non-texting. You feel what I'm saying? So think of me like that in boxing. I've seen when the best fight the best, and I've seen where they picking their fights. I'm right in the cusp of that. You know what I'm saying?
For the money, it's a money thing.
It's a money thing. So, man, for me personally, as a fighter that I am, and I'm going to stick to that side, it ruined boxing. You know what I mean? Of course, I'm going to say that because it didn't work for me. You know, so I'm just going to be honest. You know what I mean? And who knows if it did work for me, I'll probably be feeling a different way. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I was so pissed off when Showtime, we branched over to Showtime, and they said the best fighting the best. And I'm like, bro, I've been doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And that's why it's like, you know, but you cover up all the dirt with, you know what I'm saying? So like at the end of the day, like them guys making their money, you know what I'm saying? So it's a business at the same time.
It is. You see like a Jake Paul and all these guys coming out of nowhere, out the blue now.
Out of nowhere, but you got to give, and a lot of people, man, because, you know, I went and helped Logan for that fight. I helped Logan spar for Floyd fight. And I told people, like, you know, everybody was like, oh, Logan, man, hold on. First of all, don't be mad at Logan. You got to be mad at Floyd. Because why are you giving this the opportunity?
He took that fight.
Second of all, Floyd opened the door for that when he did the MMA fight.
With the Irish guy.
With McGregor. You know what I'm saying? You opened the door for the entertainment part. Don't knock it. You fathered that. You got to take responsibility of that. I'll probably be the only guy from boxing, a black man, to tell Floyd, you got to take accountability for that because you opened the door for these fighters to feel like they can come in. Then you got to think about how the hell that make us feel when a YouTuber can come in and make more money than a real fighter.
That's crazy. It lets you know how far the sport has come, how much the sport has changed.
That's when they let me know, like, and then you gotta understand what's the difference between me and the other fighters is I got signed when social media wasn't part of.
Twitter wasn't there. Facebook.
It wasn't. We was on it, but we wasn't using to monetize the sport. We wasn't using to grow our fan base. Then you got guys like Tank, you know what I'm saying, and Ryan Garcia and Chris Stevens and all the young guys who's using the internet, using the girls, you know what I'm saying? You gotta think about what Ari did for Tank. You know what I'm saying?
That brought,
you know what I'm saying? Think about, you know what I mean?
He was already known, but that made him more relevant.
Think about the shade room, and that's like I tell people all the time, the worst mistake I ever made in my life is not signing with Floyd when he wanted to sign me. You know what I'm saying? That's the worst that I had just beat Chris Pearson, and then the elder became right over me and said, we want to sign you. You know what I'm saying? And me thinking I'm with Al Heyman already, like, why sign? You know what I'm saying? Second of all, it ain't about that. It's about that cosign. It's about the promotion. You know what I'm saying? But who knew I didn't know the business.
Who knew?
You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, well, I'm making this with Al. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing I'm finna make more money with Floyd. So what did Tank do that Jip didn't do? He signed with Floyd.
And now we see Tank now,
you know what I'm saying?
on the biggest stage.
On the biggest stage. I had, at the time when
fights.
Floyd wanted to sign me, I just beat his top boxer. Had him crawling in the ring. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? I had the money team in the chokehold. They wanted me bad. AB wanted me bad. You know what I'm saying? All them wanted to, you feel what I'm saying? Everybody wanted to, hey, Jip, the hottest thing, you know what I'm saying? But me not knowing the business, me not knowing, like, you know what I mean?
That's the name definitely started ringing, man, about 2015, 16,
17.
Like, man. Like, damn, man, this kid Jip, you know, being off, you know, of course, being out, playing ball, being in Charlotte, being out of Minnesota, you pay attention to professional sports and who's coming out to your city and doing what. And I'm like, hey, man, it's the dude that I said I've seen him before and kind of I'm seen him in different circles, but I don't know him too much personally. But that dude can fight. And I said, hey, he knocking out a lot of folks, bro. So I'm looking at, and I just keep up with a lot of different sports. And I'm a sports fan, not of just football, basketball, baseball, boxing, whatever the sport may be, golf. And people coming from the city just being I'm just a sports connoisseur, you know what I mean? So I just love sports. And I'm like, man, this kid coming up, 10-0, take a loss, then come back and boom, 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 boom.
Crazy,
went crazy. I said, so now, of course, he can take a punch, and now he can take a loss and bounce back from it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But it's amazing, man, what you've been able to do. It's definitely amazing what you've been able to do, man, and it's been great for the city of Augusta. Just to have that person out of Vernon, because with the tragic, the tragic death and untimely death, and it was a tragedy. Augusta was leaning on that, and now you come along and kind of step in that gap and being the chosen one, once again living up to the name, bro.
Right, exactly. That was definitely a blessing, man. Brandon's birthday was on the same day too. It was
that's crazy.
So much spiritual connections, with that. I always look at D. That's why I say I still got so much love for the Forrest family, man, and Brandon. And I know Brandon is super proud of me. You know what I'm saying? I know it. You know what I mean? I know he would have been like, man, this is my love. It's my this. You know what I'm saying?
This my product of me.
This my product. He's come from the city. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I try to do it for the city. That's why you see me like,
gotta do it for the city.
I'm pushing for Jalapeno and any other fighter from this area. You know what I'm saying? That's real.
Because you done it.
I done it.
And now you stepping. Now you saying, you know what? Looking back in hindsight, seeing everything you accomplished, the wins, the losses, the lessons. Now was your time.
Exactly, man. And that's
Let me help you in every way I can. That's what it's all about.
It's not always about getting credit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody stays when the movie's over and the credit going up on the screen. You know what I'm saying? But best believe I got a lot to do with the producing and the directing of a lot of things that's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes people get caught up. And I see it firsthand, man, just with different things on the the sports realm here in Augusta or whatever realm. Everybody want their name on something. And for me, it's never been about my name on whatever. It was about giving back. And let it be about giving back. I don't matter anymore. I've played. I've done it. They were trying to get somewhere I've been. What I've done is I can't go. I'm not gonna play no more plays anymore. I'm 31. I probably still could play. You know what I'm saying? But I had a bad foot and so it ended after 4 or 5 years. But and that's okay.
That's okay.
That's all good. And man, before we we get into your retirement stuff, man. We're talking about finance. We're talking about the money. But what is just things we can do? And I'm from the boxing from the boxing world. What is things we can do to be better athletes for as the business?
Man, read. Read, learn what's going on. Ask questions.
For sure.
Ask questions. Like that's what the first thing I teach my kids. You gotta ask questions. You gotta know what's going on. Don't be scared to ask questions. You know what I mean? So when you say learn, my thing is to ask questions about what's going on, why it's going on, what's this, what this mean. You know what I'm saying? Get around people that know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And that's what I did, man. And I get so disappointed with myself because I removed myself from a champion circle and I came back home. I should have stayed in Houston. It was me, Laura, both of the Charlos. You know what I'm saying?
Brothers,
man, it was Edwin Rodriguez, Darren Price, man. It was
everybody that you see at the top of the game.
At the top, we was all together. You know what I'm saying? We was all together. Me and Jamal had an apartment together. That's my bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And he told me, and I'll never forget. He said, "Jip, if you make it, you take care of me. If I make it, I take care of you." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
you get what I'm saying?
And that's just starting that really as jits in the sport.
He was driving a Malibu.
Yeah.
A 2006 Malibu with a Cadillac Vertigo. We trying to figure out how we
gonna
eat, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, man, this story is crazy.
You know
what I'm saying? Just getting out the mud. And this time, I had a sponsor.
Yeah.
So I'm getting to take every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Versus him, he trying to figure it out. And now at this time, he had 2 kids already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look at him now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
At the top of his game.
He told me when I flew back to Houston, he said, "Hey, Jud, it ain't the same no more, bro."
Yeah.
He meant that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man.
He meant that. Like, the same apartment we stayed in, that's his closet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, wow, man. Like, for real, man, you got to be around that. That's what goes back to learning the business. Be around people who's better than you. Be around people who know the business. Ask questions. Don't be scared to ask questions. Don't be scared to be in rooms. Become the room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Become the room. You know what I mean? You might don't feel like you belong there, but you there for a reason, so be there. You know what I'm saying? Be present.
You definitely got to put people that's like-minded around you, but those who went on a little
No,
further,
brother, yeah.
they can come back and teach you some of that knowledge.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly,
And you got to be a sponge sometimes.
Yeah,
and take it from them and then put your spin on it.
Exactly,
and
man.
Then you come out.
But you see the thing, you see what's going on around here. People get too comfortable.
That's it, man.
They get too comfortable. Stay uncomfortable.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Dang, I want to be around Evan because Evan better than me in this. Let me learn from him. Not hate on him.
Not hate on him.
Let me learn from him.
Let me learn the business.
And let me tell you, hey, bro, I look up to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, you inspire me, bro. Like, how you got this going? You know what I'm saying? You know, people don't do that no more. People want to hate it and knock it. You know what I'm saying?
And when I done it, I already knew that was coming. We know that's coming. You being being in boxing, knowing the individual sport, you know that ain't gonna be there. But me, I was never motivated by the outside people. It was that team of people. You know, my cousins lost in the wreck. My aunts and everybody that didn't see me get hit. That's who it was about. So the outside noise never really mattered. I know the outside noise never mattered to you, but like you see, it was from I see for both of us, it was like an admiration from afar. This guy's a warrior.
Yeah, fast.
Because being in the sport of football, being a cornerback, you're on that island by yourself. You gotta be a warrior. You gotta be a warrior. You gotta be a warrior. You gotta be able to take some losses. You know, I done covered some of the best guys in college. Lost some guys down. Some guys and made some plays on me, but I won a whole lot more than I lost, just like you did.
Yeah, fast,
won a whole lot
that
more
makes
than
sense,
I lost,
man. It's just like that simple. Like you say, admiring somebody. Like at the end of the day, it's like with you, man. Like you handled that. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like when it came to you and your mindset, you handled it way better than I did. You know what I'm saying? Because I can say, oh, I ain't care about that, but in reality, deep down, honestly, I did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it showed. But I'm not saying nothing. I can't hide it because my life is on the internet. Everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it's an individual sport, you're more out there in the open.
Exactly. You know
I'm
what
playing
I'm
a team sport. I'm up under this helmet.
Right.
You just see the name on the back of the jersey. And I got 21 other guys to lean on. 11 on offense, 11 on defense. So I got a whole locker room to lean on. So when something gets, you got the coach that protect you, teammates that protect you.
Right.
When something happened to Jip or Jip don't fight good in this fight or he beat this guy and you don't think he worthy, it's just on Jip. And that's sometimes that can be very challenging, man, for a young guy.
Man, come on, man. And it was, man, because how I'm going to get in front of the computer screen and say, hey, man, I was going through it with my wife. Hey, man, my kid was going through this. Hey, man, I was financially hurting in this situation.
The fans on the outside know. They don't want to hear it. They don't care nothing about that. But us as athletes, they got to understand, as great as you may think we are, playing on a professional level and doing these great things, we're still human at the end of the day. We're still human. We got feelings. We got emotions.
Right.
We have family. We got things we have to worry about on the daily. Exactly. We're not just these world champion boxers or NFL football players.
Man.
We are human at the end of the day, and we have emotions, man, just like the rest of us, man. So you decided to retire in 2022, man. Something that definitely shocked me because I feel like you still was able to go.
Yeah, still can. Yeah.
Retired from the sport of boxing in 22, man.
Right.
So what made you come to that decision?
Realize being honest with myself.
Okay.
Being honest with myself. Knowing that, like I said, really didn't have the passion. It was bad. I was aggravated going to the gym.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just noticing, man. Like, I'm gonna tell you something. It's like being somewhere and downgrading. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like not getting the training that I know I need. And my last fight showed me that. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, these guys got tools and the tool bag.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And then with me noticing, like, man, it's hard to do it here alone. You know what I'm saying? These coaches never been on that level. These coaches never fought on that fight, on that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that at that time I was like, man, there's no way I'm gonna be able to compete on that level with the training that I'm getting around here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then I don't got the sponsors that I once had. So it's like going to camp for 6 weeks. How the hell I'm gonna afford that? I'm still a father.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I still got bills, you know what I'm saying?
Business.
Like I gotta figure it out, you know what I'm saying, at the time, because at the end of the day, that's where the support come in, you know what I mean? So that's when I was like, man, I'm over it, you know what I'm saying? And one of my biggest sponsors that I had real back in, it got pulled away from me due to somebody going through their own stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that goes back to not handling my business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I should have got my own nonprofit and to get my money to me instead of going through, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just stuff like
things
that, man.
You don't know.
Yeah, man, things we don't know. And as I started going, I was like, how the hell am I going to get in the ring again when I got all this going on?
Yeah, and
you know what I mean?
You step in, you just not as focusing.
Young
guy like Trayvon Marshall, he's been training. He probably got that great team.
Been watching me, you know what I'm saying?
Been watching you, studying.
Man, exactly. Then he also getting to work.
Every day.
And
he's a young guy, so that's all he probably doing is boxing, getting ready to fight.
And then you got to think about, like I said, you got to be around people that's better than you. I'm whooping everybody's ass around here. You know what I'm saying? How the hell I'm going to get better if I'm You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm on 80% and y'all on 100 and I'm still, you know what I'm saying? And that's just, and that ain't me this is me being honest. That's my work I put in. You know what I'm saying? I've been fighting all my life. Right. You know what I mean? I've been in the ring with the best of them, sparring the best of them, you know what I'm saying? So I come home, I'm the top of the
other states.
You know what I'm saying?
Gym.
I'm not gonna get no better. Y'all getting better.
Yeah, but you not.
I'm not getting no better. You know what I'm saying? And then you got me over here side out and the coach looking at him like, bro, what you know that I don't? That's just like, how the hell I'm gonna go train Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah.
How? Bro, you can teach me how to coach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, damn right.
So I started looking at my environment, man. I just knew like at the end of the day, and my last fight proved to me that. You know what I'm saying? I had some of the best training. No, I think my last fight was probably the best I've been in shape. For real, like, man, shout out to Coach Gracie. Like, that's my life partner right there. Like, we gonna rock and roll. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, not taking nothing from them, cause physically, like, man, they had me in shape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's a skill mindset.
Right.
It's the tools. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the tools. Like, it's the boxing part.
It's basically iron sharpening
iron. You know what I'm saying?
And sharpening that iron every day on them tools. And sometimes, like you said, being a father, being a dad,
exactly.
hard,
balancing that out.
Because now other people need you in their lives, not just the sport of boxing.
Exactly. And then I realized that I ain't that selfish. Like, I'm selfish, but I ain't that selfish. Because at the end of the day, it's like, man, I'd rather be there for my kids than be in this gym. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you done it, man.
I done been, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then I think I wasn't really willing to sacrifice being away. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just can't do that. I done it all my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
You know, and then you got that same mindset, like, I already done did this already, and look what that got me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like now you just looking at the crescendo.
Yeah.
You done peaked at the crescendo of the career.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Coming down and it's just like, you know what?
Yeah.
I've done this.
Right.
And it's now for time for a curtain call.
Yeah, man. That's what I said, man. And that's why I had to be honest with myself. When that was that retirement. And then I was like, man, you know, I love boxing. I love it right now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I still got it.
For sure.
Like,
for sure.
Bro,
One thing about you never lose.
You never lose. And that's what I told when Marcus was, you know what I'm saying? Everybody asked me because I haven't really decided for real what I'm going to do. I just said, let me take a time. Let me take some time. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the where I'm at in my life, like, I can get a fight. I can take a fight. You know what I'm saying? But let me just get a little more secure. Emotionally, mentally, you know what I'm saying? Get myself together. You know what I'm saying? And if I decide to fight again, I will. But right now, just let me handle my business.
Yeah.
That's all my dad been telling me. Handle your business first. Handle your business. You know what I'm saying? So, but if I do, man, like I say, just watch the Jip when you get in a real camp.
Yeah.
That's it. That's just getting in a real camp. Right. The reason why the basketball and football scene around because y'all all dogs. Y'all all sharpening each other.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Everybody coming back.
Everybody coming back to playing with. You know, you go here, you go here, you go here.
Everybody
y'all come
this
back.
gym, that
you know
gym.
What I'm saying?
Yeah. This field, that field.
What boxing club doing that? Augusta Boxing Club not doing that.
Yeah.
Ain't none of the boxing clubs around here doing it. You only know one boxing club here is 5 here. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I only knew like 2. One here. Augusta Boxing Club. There's one over in North Augusta. You know,
Next level boxing gym. You know what I'm saying?
That's all. That's pretty much the 2 I knew.
Exactly. And instead of us coming together and sharpening iron, you know, we're not like that.
I feel like to me, when I talk, because I know you the top boxer here, but I know a few other boxers, you know, up under you that haven't done the things you've done, but still in the boxing realm here on the local level. Right. I feel like the boxing scene here. Everybody's divided.
Yeah, divided. And I call it out. And I tell them that all the time. And I start off with the Augusta Boxing Club because that's the mecca of the gym. You're the mecca of the city. We're known. The boxing scene is built out of Augusta Boxing Club. You got to bring everybody together. Right. You got to make it feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For everybody to come home too because you got the best gym in the Southeast, the best looking gym, the biggest gym. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can host these things. Like, hey, look, y'all come. You know what I'm saying? Make it a pro gym. You know what I'm saying? Make it a spotlight. You know what I'm saying? And somebody got to take the initiative. You know what I'm saying? I don't have my own gym to do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got to follow them, but at the end of the day, I'm not walking into nobody's gym partnering with nobody. If it ain't mine, I ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's just real. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So my thing is, the boxing world is divided, and it's so competitive. You know what I'm saying? Then you got me, like, bro, people can tell you, like, bro, I've always, even with Fernando, that was my best homie. Yeah. Like, I literally, I'm in Houston. Come to Houston with me. Right. I taught Fernando everything I knew. Yeah. Because I want people to
succeed, man.
It ain't nothing. With me holding on this information ain't gonna hurt me none. That's it, man. You get what I'm saying?
That's why you see a lot of millionaires they make other millionaires.
Right. They make other millionaires.
Because they know that.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
And I look at Steve Harvey, he's a great example of that. Right. Top radio personality. Right. He goes and get Ricky Smiley, put him on. Right. He goes and get Earthquake, puts him on. And now all these guys, they're competing against each other.
Yeah.
But as long as I know you competing against me, I'm always gonna be right here.
Right.
I ain't going nowhere.
Right.
You ain't going nowhere. So we all gonna be relevant together, and we all gonna win together. Even though we may like we're competitors, it's all still on the same team.
And that's what I try to tell everybody. And one thing about the business is you gotta know, like the biggest thing I tell you, I gotta know when to take them fights. Know when to take that risk. Know when to say, you know what? I can't keep picking these fights.
Yeah.
I gotta make my moment.
Yeah.
That fight when Dylan Cook, that was my moment.
That was a moment, for sure.
That was my moment. His daddy and his family owned the casino we was fighting in.
Yeah.
That was his hometown. That was his promoter.
Yeah.
I was on the B side. Wasn't no way I was supposed to win that fight. Even if I won that fight, I was gonna lose that fight. You feel me? You gotta know when to say, I gotta take it. I gotta take him out. I gotta take him out. I gotta go. I gotta take it. First of all, not take him out. I gotta know when to take my fight. This is my shot. This is my shot. I just lost.
Let me come back.
Let me come back. Let me show them I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah. And that was like, and that basically was like, you know, everyone knew Jip. Like I said, you was, you know, undefeated, 10-0, but you take a loss and you come back on a mega fight, on a big fight like that you're supposed to lose, and you win it. Underdog, on the B card.
You gotta know when to take that risk, man. And that's why I with jalapeno, I be like, hey, hold on, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta play the business game now, because we know now. You know, ain't no need to different now. It's different now. You know what I'm saying? So you know,
because if you take fights, you know, if you take these fights, you know, early on, and you're not as successful, then the money, the business side of it now, because of what Floyd has done, because of pay-per-view, you may not get the money.
And
if you come in, you might be a great fighter, but you got 4 or 5 losses early. You know, nobody not paying to see that.
And then nobody
and you might have learned and grown, but now you got to work that much harder to come up. And now you just pushing the money back.
We in the undefeated era, man, and I hate that for boxing. You know what I'm saying? Because you got
some
guys,
of the greatest talents took some losses. Muhammad Ali took a loss. Mike Tyson, but it don't take away from their greatness. And I hate that, man. In the sport of boxing, has got like that.
Because it's not. You know, it's just like, man, in football, you know, you might lose 6 games. Yeah. But win the Super Bowl.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it. We done seen teams going as a wild card and win it.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And with Jip, like, it's never, oh boy, you done beat da-da-da, but boy, you done lost. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? And that's just kind of what it is.
Yeah, man. But it come with it. You're right.
But it come with it. But I tell people, you know, and I see you proud. Posting the pics with the battle scars. I lost. But it's a Warriors game.
It's a Warriors game. That's right, man.
You did want to win.
But
somebody got to win.
Somebody got to win and somebody got to lose.
But when you talk about 19-6, 17-1,
right,
throughout the first 18 fights, that's impeccable, man. You can't take that away.
Yeah, facts, man.
When numbers, I tell people all the time, man, men and women lie, but numbers don't lie. The numbers not gonna lie. 19-6. Well, you lost a couple, but you're 19-6. 19 wins, 6 losses. When you talk about all the amateur fights, over nearly 120 fights, 41-5 on the national, you can never take them numbers. You can't take them numbers away.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it's been, like I said, it's been remarkable, man. So, like many other athletes, you know, we always have second passions like me. Everybody had a passion for music. You had a passion for music. People know I do DJing.
I didn't even know. That's blessed.
I used to be a DJ in college, man. Do my thing. I DJ weddings, parties, and stuff here now. People don't even know that, but it's just like a passion for me. And I, you know, started making some money off of it. But I started doing this because I just like being at the cookout. I come up on the cookout scene with my parents and my family, and I just want to spin the records, man. Get everybody feeling good and jamming good, and get them feeling this vibe and that vibe. So you step into the music game, man, and after, you know, before you retired, but now you retired, you're looking back on boxing, you're looking back on the music. What's next for Jip?
Oh man, I really want to, honestly, I really want to give a real shot with music, like with me having the connections I got in the talent, because I'm really good, like for real. Like,
I done heard something. I was like, hey, bro, this rocking.
I really like
for real, man. Because I heard about it one time and somebody let me hear something. I was like, hey, bro, who that is? It's like, hey, that's the boss. That's Jip. I was like, hey, that's right there. I like that.
I
love, you should, man.
Yeah, man. So I think I really want to pursue it. You know what I'm saying? But it's so fun. Like, I knew. That's another reason why I knew to retire, because I knew, like, I enjoy more being in the studio. Like, it's released to me. You know, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I do music, I rap. Yeah. You feel me? Like, that's my therapy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and I love it. I've always loved music. I love music before boxing. Music, you know what I'm saying? So
I feel like being in the studio, just like for me, being in the podcast studio, man, this takes me back to coming out the tunnel. The fans are here waiting. That to me was always just, you know, that walkout,
right?
Especially on the road,
right?
Only you and the guys you with.
Right.
So when I step in this studio on this podcast platform, it takes me back.
Hey, right,
you know what I'm saying? It's like a therapy for me.
Right.
And now, like when I hit a GIF up and he'd be like, yeah, man, I'm able to do it. I'm doing my research.
Right.
For me, it's always like the chase is always better than the capture.
Yeah,
We captured an interview right now, but the chase last night and the night before, looking up the information, building this PowerPoint, knowing the portion, the chase.
I tell people that all the time, man. I tell people that all the time. It's crazy how much we got to like. I tell people don't respect success; they respect the process.
That's it. Process. I always live like this, man. A code of life for me is process over the prize.
Yeah, man.
I'm chasing the process. You know, that's why Tom Brady was so successful in football, because of the process, the OTAs, the outside. You gotta love that. And once you love the process of the process,
you're gonna be good. Exactly, man. And that's what I had to learn.
And I love the process. I know, here, Press Coverage Podcast, man, it's definitely growing. But I know I wanted to do this and come back and do this. And when I got with David and producers here, I said, hey, man, I want to do something different. I want to start something from the mud, because I know I got the connection to make this happen. And I know I can bring these guys, and guys, and we're going to get some women down here as well, get them in here, man, and tell their stories.
Tell the story.
Only thing I need is a setup. Just put it together. And let's go. And I'm ready to get it from the mud. And I said, bro, I'm going to build this just like I built football, from the mud. Nobody counted me in. Everybody counted me out. Keep counting me out. I'm going to count myself in. God going to count me. I'm going to bet on myself.
It's a blessing, because when I first seen it, man, I want you created something that people want to be a part of. I was like, man, I want to get on it.
Yeah, and you was the first guy. After the guy came down here from the news station, bro, you was the first guy to reach out to me. And I had done a few podcasts, not as many as I have now, but I had just sat down with Jakar. Hamilton, man. Good guy, good friend of mine. Played for the Dallas Cowboys. Had just sat down with him. My man David was able to, put it together, man. Him and the news, having that connection. They took a like and an interest to it. They came out here and gave me an interview. And man, it's been up from there. And you was the first guy to reach out to me. It could have been so many other people that know me better than you know me, but you reached out to me. And I feel like it's because, bro, understand the professional now stepping in another sphere, trying to be just as successful. He's doing the same thing. Bro, saying like, hey, I feel you. You know what I'm saying? And it was months ago, and I ain't forget that. So I was like, you know what, man? We got to get jipping.
Man.
Because I know when I first done this, bro reached out to me, he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to reach out to me, because we know each other in passing, but we didn't know each other on a personal level. But bro didn't have to do that, and you seen it. And I was like, man, I appreciate that, because he didn't have to reach out to me. He didn't owe me that. You know what I'm saying? And I owe you a due, because I definitely appreciate that. Because without guys like you coming in here telling their story, Press Coverage Podcast is nothing without you guys.
Man.
This is just mics and the fancy stuff behind us, and pictures and the helmets. You know what I'm saying?
But
all that's cool, but without Justin DeLoach sitting down with me, Press Coverage Podcast.
But it all started with you. That's why I said, man, when I seen the podcast, I was like, man, like, he doing something great. Like, he giving all athletes a chance to tell their story.
That's
you know
it, because a lot of media will tell the story for you. And stuff will be misconstrued. Stuff get put out of place, and you be like, that was never me. Exactly. I sat down and talked to so many athletes, and why they're not in the league anymore. You heard this and and that over there from
you never heard
fans.
it. Exactly.
I want to hear from you. I want to hear from
exactly,
you know what I'm saying, from the
so,
source
and
himself.
you created that.
Tell your own story,
and it's different because you got the same empathy. You know what I'm saying? From athlete to athlete, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can talk to people all the time, but we've been there, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of cool, especially, but not only that, just you being from the city, in the same areas, you know what I'm saying? Running around to get into that level to know. So it's a blessing, man. You that's why I was like, yeah, man, we got to lock in.
Right, for sure, man. Jip, man, definitely appreciate you coming down here. But before we get out of here, man, I just want to get some word of encouragement for people, because we know whether you believe it or not, and I know you know this, you're a role model not only to children, but to adults. In the sport of boxing, it resembles everyday life. When you talk about the wins, the losses, the ups and the downs, you've seen it. Because unlike football, boxing is a one-on-one sport. You're in it by yourself. So when people battle with their daily lives, all the demons they're battling, addictions, whatever it may be what you're battling, it's a one-on-one thing. So from a person that's been in a one-on-one profession, dealt with the ups and downs by himself, just like somebody dealing with the ups and downs by themselves on a daily basis, what would be your advice to him, man?
Man, first, just stepping up and being present.
Gotcha.
You got to be present in these moments, man, and what you feel. When I say present, like, you got to be where you are, what you feel it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times, you know, you probably think about, man, what I'm finna do when I leave here. You know what I'm saying? But I don't say you doing that. But like we locked in right now.
We locked in right now. Everything is outside.
Here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the first thing I tell people mentally, like just be present for what you feel. Don't run from it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things I've hid and ran, and I shied away from it. You know what I'm saying? Like losses, I wanted to run from it. I wanted to bury it.
Yeah.
You know, grieving my brother's death, I wanted to bury it, run away from it, and realizing I wasn't present. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't present. Was I feeling? I had to heal and deal. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Gotta
heal
be present.
and deal. Gotta be present for that though. You know what I'm saying? So you can really understand what's going on and focus.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So that's the biggest thing, man. Because a lot of times, especially boxing, like I don't know if this ever happened to you, because I remember in a fight, I was out of the fight and I was in the fight. I didn't get hit or nothing. Yeah. But I wasn't.
But your mind wasn't
in the fight. You know, I was like, wow, like this is not a good feeling. You know what I'm saying? It didn't happen that fight. It didn't happen another fight. You know what I'm saying? And one fight, I got out of the ring and I asked what happened, and I didn't even get knocked out. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. You just
and I know I ain't got no concussions or nothing. It's just like, dang, like it's a powerful thing. So my advice to people now is, man, you got to be present in life. You know what I'm saying? Like it's don't manifest. Yeah. But after you manifest, snap back to where you are. Cause these Evan and Justin, like I remember when we was kids. Go back, close your eyes. Remember when we was kids, saying what we wanted to be right now. We the guys we wanted to be as a kid.
Man. That's it, man.
You know what I'm saying? We don't realize that, like, man, I'm everything I wanted to be.
Small percentile, man.
Bro, my last fight, I want to end it on this note. My last fight, I didn't get the win on record. You know what I'm saying? The boxing world, whatever. Yeah. But I won that night. I was the first fight in a long time. I put my gloves on. I had my uniform on. I'm in the locker room. Damn, I'm here. Yeah,
you're just taking it all back.
I'm a professional boxer.
Yeah,
I'm Justin. I'm in here with Marcus and Sam Watson and on Showtime, the camera in my face. Got on this $1,000 boxing uniform. I got fans like, what the fuck? I am here. Yeah, my whole career should have been like that. Yeah, I should have been present.
Should have been present in that moment.
Walking out the tunnel, fighting, even getting hit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like, I just got hit like a motherfucker. Yeah. But guess what? I got up like, damn, that's my corner man over there. Like, I'm a fucking boxer. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Sure. So my biggest message, man, in anything you do, be present. Even in your dreams, be present in it. Feel it. You know what I'm saying? When I manifest, I'm present. I can see myself driving that mug. I can see myself getting this. I can see this house that I want. I can see me going to the gym. I can see me making this record. You know what I'm saying? And I'm present in that emotion, you know what I'm saying? And then I snap back to where I'm at. And I said, when I say present, that means now you got to put yourself in line to go get it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Being in position. So present and position is really the same thing for me. You know what I'm saying?
For sure,
so it's just like, so that's my biggest thing, man. And understand, man, life, you're going to take lessons. Yeah. It comes with it, you know what I'm saying? And I learn a new thing. I learn a new word every day, and I stand on accountability, responsibility. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Neutral, learning that word, you know what I'm saying? Really hot, like, man, a lot of times I tell the people, go look up the law of physics. Them laws are real. Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Study them. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's all I'm going to leave it on that note, you know what I mean? Because it works perfect once you figure that out. And that's how life goes, you know what I mean? So, you got to pick a side.
Yeah,
you got to pick a side. What goes up comes down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? So once you start realizing what's going on in the world and you start taking and dealing with life and emotions, man, you're going to be very successful. That's it, you know what I mean? Close your eyes. Know that darkness is peace for real. And I say that in a blessing way. You know what I'm saying? Close your eyes. Go to where you need to go.
That's it, bro. That's it. Like you say, you got to manifest it. And you got to be present. Got to be in that moment. And you got to take the necessary actions and be able to get there, man. Right. Brother, this has been great, man. Yeah. We could talk all day. Yeah. You know, I definitely appreciate you coming down, man. We praying for you, bro, here at Press Coverage Podcast to be successful, just like you was in boxing at the next level, bro.
Man,
appreciate you, man.
Thank you for having me, family. It's a blessing,
thank you for coming, bro. Yeah, man. Definitely appreciate it, man. This has been great, man. Yeah. Press Coverage Podcast, man. This is episode 16. Remember to go on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, give me your feedback. Hey, this is another one, man. I'm sitting down here with the chosen one himself, man. Justin DeLoach, the boxing phenomenon out of Augusta, Georgia.
20-yard line. Dansby makes the interception.